Hello friends, welcome to week 15 question mark of Hero Academy Live with Elagatua. It's good to be back with you guys this week. After last week I was all tied up, but fear not, I returned to bring you some more amazing Hero Academy action. Today we got a few good games lined up for you guys, and I'll be also talking about Dwarf strategy. Specifically matchup tactics, since we went through the teams, or went through the fundamentals of the squad on the last show. So now I'll be going through how to beat and how to play against each particular squad as Dwarves. So look forward to that. I'm a little behind on getting the VODs on YouTube, so I apologize. Some people have been asking me like why they haven't been getting up there, and it's just been I've been too lazy to put them from Twitch to YouTube, so I'll get caught up on that this week. So there should be a bunch more stuff up there, but regardless, let's hop into the matches. So before we get too far into anything, I figure I'd just close this game out. So this game is pretty much over. With this position here, basically the only thing I can do is kill and stomp his soldier like that. The problem is that because this medic's upgraded, he would be able to take out my shaman on the next turn and then stomp him. And yeah, I'd probably be able to kill the medic on the next turn. But I would only have one unit left, and he could either just beat me down with the spy, or he could sit around forever and snipe my crystal down if he wanted to play it like super safe. And he's also got another engineer that isn't even on the board, so it's basically impossible for me to come back from this this scenario. I'm just completely out of options, unfortunately. Yeah. So I'm not going to bother playing this out any further. There's no way he can possibly mess us up. So I will resign this one. And we finally made it through this game after like, it's been like 3 months or something playing this game out. I don't think I'll be doing any more league games on stream. It just takes way too long to play through them. Unfortunately, I think in any games like this, I'll probably just do offline and then commentate over the screenshots like I've done with some of the tournament games recently, because it works out a lot better. But yeah, congratulations to Monkey Warlock. He played really, really well this game. I would almost say he nearly played a perfect game, and especially on this map is very difficult. For Team Fortress, or especially, it's difficult to play against Tribe on this map because the tidal waves make it so difficult. One mistake and you can lose your medic, and he, aside from the one slip up late in the game, where I was able to get my my meated chieftain in and kind of blow up a bunch of units, he didn't make any mistakes at all the entire game, and that's not easy to pull off. So yeah, he played really well and absolutely deserved to win. And looking forward to getting another shot at him in the in Trips tournament that's coming up in the next week or so. And all those games, or at least all the games that I play in that tournament, I'll probably take screenshots of all of them and then commentate them at a later date, because there's so many amazing players in that tournament. You got Trip, Monkey Warlock, Kevin Spinty, TB Kesk, and They Call Me Vic, and myself. It's like, I think we're all like in the top 20 of the league. So there's going to be some pretty sick matches coming out of that. So definitely excited to get that rolling. Let's burn through two of these games real quick, through these turns real quick, and then I'll talk about the Dragon Reborn game. So this is a little bit of a crazy move. I don't actually care about the 2 units he killed. I just want to kill his gunner. I can actually save the soldier too. That's pretty sick. Yeah, that's really nice. When you're playing Dwarves against Team Fortress, and I'll just talk about this more later, but you really want to be using your drills and your scrolls to be taking out the medics. Because you have that drill that can do just like 600 damage out of nowhere, going after the medics is a little bit easier than it is against some of the other squads. And so if you're Team Fortress, you gotta be very careful to keep your medics alive. And if you're Dwarves, you want to utilize those drills to take out the medics. So that's simple move, but I'm pretty far ahead in this game now. Oops, that's not. What? That's a bug. Yeah, he's burned all of his swords. He's got one left on the grid of the other. That's it. So this is going pretty well. I don't have any jars. My hand though. Okay. So this wizard is actually safe. Interestingly enough. Because he's on the defense tile. You see it's 20% physical resistance. And this spy is actually 3 moves away from being able to backstab this wizard. So 1, 2, 3, and then it would actually take 2 shots to kill the wizard. And so he would basically lose his spy if he tried to kill the wizard. So that's convenient. Fortunately, my hand is garbage. I've got no offensive units, so I basically got to play. I want to get a swap off this turn for sure. Maybe do something like this, and swap one of my potions. Probably the best move. But I really need another wizard and archer to kind of keep things rolling, because I can't quite attack into this. I could actually sword the wizard instead of swapping. Actually, that's a much better play. Yeah, because then I still turn the card. But this way, if he leaves his medic here, I can scroll, kill it, and stomp it next turn. And you always want to be looking for opportunities to take out the medics when you're playing against Team Fortress, because that is the foundation for everything in Team Fortress. Once you knock out the medics, it's just really, really hard for Team Fortress to accomplish anything. Archers? Ooh, icky. Icky. Well, that's unfortunate. Here, one second, let me get my stream chat up. So if you guys are hanging around the chat, I can talk with you guys. There it is. Okay. Mission accomplished. Dr. Dean, how's it going, my friend? What is going on? I think this is a game that I'm screwed in. Let me pull that out. No? Maybe? This is going to be tough. 900. I wonder if there's really a way for me to save this. Yeah, because I have to deal with this Necromancer either by blocking the crystal I think I want to do like this, maybe that. Let me explain this move a little more fully. So, he's got my crystals in dire shape, and obviously there's a decent chance that I might not be able to salvage this anyway, but I've got to try, right? So, if I can somehow, like, stabilize the situation, like, if I can, gain control as a tactile, and also kill this Void Monk somehow, I could actually turn this around. Maybe. I've only got one Talus left. This game was a disaster when it started off. I drew, like, 3 Talus to start, and then I got, like, no units in the turns following that up, and I ended up losing, like, 2 of my Talus really early. And my shadow was super buried as well, where it just went totally wrong from the beginning. So back to Dreams played this in a very good situation where I got my back crystal. I have stolen a Void Monk, but I don't have a sword to put on it. It's kind of a bummer. And that's always your dream as Shaolin against Dark Elves is to get one of the Void Monks and then run around causing havoc. But unfortunately, I was forced to forgo that possibility. So what do I need to do this turn? I need to block this Necromancer from hitting this crystal. Because even if I take out this Priestess on the gem pile, 5 hits from this Necromancer on this crystal, even without a gem, will still kill it. So I'll still lose. So I need to block this vision. And I also need to take the gem pile, because otherwise this Void Monk will just run over and splash my crystal a few times. And that'll be the end of that. Because if I had like more HP, I could just do like this, and then maybe I could do something else later on that would make that work. But I have to kill it even faster. I don't have the luxury of time. So I have to burn the dragon. Trying to think of, yeah, I don't think I have any other options. Gotta do that, and I've gotta put the Windblade there. Yeah, there's just no other way to stay alive until the next turn. You could even come up here and take a bunch of shots on the crystal, and there wouldn't be much I can do. I'm not convinced I can pull this back anyway, but this will at least keep me alive for another turn. So who knows? Alright, this game. This is the other tournament game from the Shaolin tournament. And this one has been wacky. This is turn 95. And I have 3 Taoists in the shadow and some really good items left. He's got a shield, 1 healer that has 600 HP, and our crystals are like halfway dead each, but he's got way more units. And this is just a weird, weird situation. The reason that it's so weird is because I can actually one-shot this Taoist with my dragon at any given point. And that's why he's got him on the deploy tile there, which is a very smart way of playing it. Because if I go here and I dragon, because he's on the deploy tile, I can't actually steal him. And I can't stomp him with my Taoist, because then he'll just steal the Taoist with his shadow, and then it'll be a waste. So I have to use my healing to somehow push my advantage far enough that I can either like kill his crystals or get some advantage that would allow me to kill his Taoist. And the good news is that I have these 2 items, and I've been hanging on to them for a really long time. The items are really the only thing keeping me in the game. I've got the threat of the dragon and the threat of the combo potion hanging over him, and it's been able to limit his choices in how he wants to attack me, just because I've been efficient with my items, which has helped a lot. However, this is starting to get out of control. Both of my, one of my Taoists is dead, another's really low, and he's got a bunch of units, you know, kind of offensively positioned here. His Shadow's low, a little bit. His Monk's low. The nice thing is that, because he only has 1 healer, anytime he wants to heal a unit, he's got to move it back within range of his Taoist. Which is nice, because I can do like a bunch of damage to this monk, and he can't. It's very inefficient for him to like run the monk back and then get it healed and stuff. So what I think I'm going to do here, and I still need to think about this more, is I want to burn the combo potion to get this Taoist back up to life, and then I want to heal this monk. Because this will take him 3 AP to deal with, one way or the other, or whether he decides to steal it back or just let it die. And I can afford to give up one of my Taoists here, as long as I can get a unit that can freaking stop this Taoist. So really what I need is I need a monk. This monk would be perfect if I can have access to it next turn, such that I can move here, dragon, and then stomp it. All I have to do from there is retreat, and then I can poke him down with my remaining units, because he'll have no way to heal his units anymore. But I need to make sure that you can't like steal this Taoist. There's just like a lot of possibilities to consider here. He's got a lot of units. I'm not sure how he's going to play it. It only takes like 1 oversight really for me to lose this game. Every move is super, super important. So he could kill this Taoist, move the Shadow here, steal it, and then what? What do we do from there? He stole it. Got like 2 moves to do something. Move it over here or something? I don't know. Yeah, that part concerns me. But if I could somehow like kill it. Is there some like way that I can kill that Taoist? And keep my dudes alive. So if I can like hold on to this monk for a certain amount of time, even if I lose a Taoist, it's going to be much easier to deal with this guy, because this monk can get within range of this Taoist very easily from a lot of positions on the board. So really trading a Taoist, if I can get rid of if I can force him to like stomp one of my Taoists in exchange for keeping this monk alive, that's going to be great in the long run, assuming I don't take any more damage from that. a big assumption. Boy. Challenging moves. I don't know, our other game in the group stage was very similar to this. I had a bunch of Taoists and a Shadow and very little else, and he had like one Taoist and a Shadow and like a Poisoner. It was very similar to this. Not on this map though. But like my main attacking units were my Taoists, and I had to kind of trade them out very awkwardly. It was a mess. It was a mess. What are my other options this turn? So my other option could be just going nuts and stealing the monk and then dragoning everything. The reason I don't like this move is it's sort of it tries to do everything in the same move. If I make a mistake and he's able to like recover from this somehow, then he's gonna be able to play it out easily, because then my dragon's gone. So my threats are dramatically reduced, and the things that he has to prepare for are a lot less. But this would get his Taoist down. And even if he revived the Taoist, it would be stuck at 100 health for the rest of the game, because he doesn't have any combo potions or any way to heal it. But I'm thinking if he went like revived, moved here, he stole this Taoist, he would have like 1 AP left. He could like KO this monk, he could heal the Taoist, and he could steal this Taoist. And that's a lot to recover from. So that's the one thing I don't like about that. I could also not use the combo potion at all. But there's a possibility that he could take both these Taoists pretty easily in the next turn. I feel like I might lose this game. I just don't think that I'm going to be able to pull it off quite. I'm trying to think if there's like anything else I can do with this last AP that might be better. Like if I were to move him back or something. Problem is it takes like a ton of AP to kill him. Maybe though. Like if I did this and instead of healing the monk I just moved him back, that would make it not possible for him to steal he wouldn't be able to steal the my Taoist. Let me come back to this one. I'm not settling on a right answer. Okay, that's what I expected to happen. I'm not sure I can fill everything. Because this void monk can just run this bamboo and smack it a bunch of times. That's not particularly helpful. Oops. My water there. Oh yeah, I mean if I don't occupy that assault boost tile, it's gonna be a problem. What is something like this? I can't. There's definitely, but yeah. Because you can just. I have to like take this tile. Something like this, maybe. This like reeks of desperation, by the way. Could also do this. Though that would just result in my shadow dying, so we can't do that. At least this will keep my shadow alive. Or really, oh, he'll be able to KO it maybe, but a KO'd shadow is better than being dead, I suppose. Obviously, I'm running out of options here. I think this is the best move I've got. In order to get this crystal, he'll either have to suicide after it. I think this is the only move I've got. I don't think I can pull it out, but who the heck knows? I only play Dwarves. Alright, so against Dark Elves, I really like to focus on the gunners for my offense. So let's do something like this to start up. Love having a paladin on this defensive square. Makes them hard to kill, and it also gives the aura buff to the gunner on the attack tile, which means that in a lot of situations that gunner will take an extra AP to bring down. Kind of a crappy follow-up draw, but it's okay. I've still got a little bit to work with. I'll sword this gunner next turn, and probably bring out the other engineer and bubble this guy to get set up, and then hopefully the turn after that I'll draw some better items. Okay, so he's moved his medic back wisely. I'm trying to think of how I want to attack this. Oh, I can still kill it though. Well, that's pretty much always worth it. Yeah. A +1 unit sorted and a scroll for a medic is like really good. There have been games where I've traded a sorted ninja, a scroll, and a inferno for a medic, and it was a good trade. So yeah, I'll lose this wizard, but he didn't even have any defensive items on him, so it's actually pretty efficient. Although he'll now have a Girardi for both of my sorted units later on, which is a little bit of a bummer, but he'll only have one medic. And if I can focus my attacks on him, maybe even stomp him later on, and I can just play, I can poke down his units with archers, and there's just nothing you can really do about it. Okay, so he's gonna buff the Void Monk. Let's see, how do I want to play this? I don't think so. Maybe this engineer should go here. Normally I like to put engineers here, here, and here, in the corners. Because you want these squares open for grenadiers, this square and this top square here. Because the grenadiers can come across to these two squares and hit the crystals. So I don't want to waste that tile with an engineer. I don't want to move him off the poi tile yet. I need to make sure that this will not end in my death, because I'm not convinced it will save me necessarily. I really hope I draw a beer next turn. There's a possibility that he could come here, attack, and then try to scroll kill this gunner, because I have a helm and not a shield, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure I can he wouldn't be able to stomp me that turn, but if I don't draw a beer in the follow-up, well, the follow-up, if he had a soul bomb in the follow-up, then you might be able to get him anyway. I'm a little bit okay with that, though, because I would get the Impaler. You have to burn a scroll and a soul bomb to kill a non+3 unit. And if you trade a scroll for your upgraded units, it's not too bad. And there's a whole lot of ifs there. Well, no beer, but an Annihilator's good too. That'll be good to have on the map. And a bunch of shields too, so. Yeah, so he's gonna take my wizard, as I would expect. The one bad thing is I have no units. I didn't draw any more units. That was actually really bad. And this draw is kind of frustrating. Because like my units are basically in the position I want them to be in, more or less. I would like to lock down that attack tile just to prevent any shenanigans. But I don't want to upgrade any of these units, so I need to like swap a bunch of items. And that's really lame. So like swap three items like this late in round 8, like that stinks. He's gonna get a big development advantage off of this. There's just really nothing we can do about it. Archers. Yuck. But I got a wizard, so it's not too bad. At least I can do something. I'm going to take a quick 3-minute break, and when I come back, we'll play some more turns, and we'll also talk some about their strategy, so I'll be back in a minute.